Hi, in this video we are going to see how JSON logger works in MuleSoft. So in order to do that, I'm going to create a new project. So if you see here, this is a new workspace. I have not created any project. So this is the first time I'm creating a project. And I'll just create a Mule project and I'll just say JSON logger demo project. Okay, I'll click finish. So now the project is getting created. So once it's created, I'm going to add a JSON logger to log the message. So normally we will use logger, but what is this JSON logger is, if you wanted to have a standardized logging, right, then you can use JSON logger. Then in this particular flow, we are going to see how we can use the JSON logger and how it looks after our execution. Those kind of things we are going to see. So now the project is getting created. So I just created the project name as JSON logger demo project, and I'm going to add a JSON logger module, right? So if you click this add module, right, and if you go here, it will not be here. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to search it from the exchange and you add your account, you configure your Anypoint platform account, and you just give your ID, and I'm giving my trial account here, rule 25 Jan 2021, and I'm giving my password and I'll sign in. Okay, signed in here. So for example, any module if you wanted to add, what you can do, you can search it, right? Similarly, I'm going to search a JSON logger here, and if you enter, it's supposed to list here, but it will not list. See here, there is nothing here. What it means is, for example, if you want to take some other module, for example, you want a database module or web service consumer thing, right? So if you search database, then you can take database connector and all those stuff, right? So if you want SAP connector, you will take SAP connector, but normally whatever MuleSoft is a publisher, we will be getting it, right? So when you search JSON logger, it will not come because this is not officially from the MuleSoft. Okay, so but again, this JSON logger is developed by MuleSoft services team. If you wanted to use it, you can use it. Okay, so how to bring that in your Anypoint platform account, so that we are going to see now. So in order to have that JSON logger to our Anypoint platform, what we need to do is we need to download the JSON logger from the GitHub. So this is the GitHub URL, github.com MuleSoft Consulting JSON logger. Okay, see here I didn't log in anything. So this is the JSON logger source code which you need to download. So you just click code and then download as a zip file. So once it's downloaded, right, so I have just downloaded it. I'll just go here, and this is the file I just downloaded it. Okay, I'm just going to extract this one into separate folder. Okay, I extracted it, and you just go inside the your project name, which is JSON logger, and there will be a POM file which will have your all dependency detail, which you edit it. I'll just open my editpad plus plus or notepad plus plus. I'll open that file. So I'm going to open that POM XML file from the project which we have downloaded. Okay, so if you see here, the group ID, it's organization ID we need to give. So I'm just going to replace this value with our organization ID. So this is my organization. This is the my Anypoint account login. I'm going to take my organization ID. I'll go to access management and I'll click my organization name, which is Tech Lightning 1. I'll copy the organization ID. So I just copied it and I'm going to paste it here in the group ID. Once it's pasted, this one, right, again, this is just a organization ID. Again, you have to talk to your organization, right, with the username and password. So that's a detail you need to give. In order to give, you have to give your repository detail where you are going to store this JSON logger, right? So that's your actually basically this ID, it's nothing but alias name which will tell about your server name, username and password for your Anypoint platform account. Okay, so now we are going to configure this one with a correct value. So what we are going to do is this value, right, we are going to configure it in our Maven. Okay, so you just before that, right, I'll just go to my M2 folder and I'll just rename this with some other package. Okay, so I'll just rename this with some backup. I'll say backup 24 Jan 2021. Okay, I took some backup, and this file is used by our Anypoint Studio. I'll just cancel it and I'll close it. I'll exit it, and then I'll try again. So now renamed it, right? So the M2 folder itself not there. If you see here, .m2 folder itself not there because I just renamed it. Now if I open my Anypoint Studio, right, I'll just open my Anypoint Studio. So I'm just opening Anypoint Studio. So Anypoint Studio also it's come up, it come with Maven. So it will create the .m2 file under your users. Okay, so this is nothing but my user folder, where earlier this M2 folder I took a backup, right? If you see here, while restarting, this folder just got created. Okay, it is having M2 and repository, and then under the repository there will be more folders getting created here. And if you refresh here, right, there are a lot of files are coming. See here, now the studio got open, and there is some difference. What we have done now is we just renamed this .m2 folder with another name, because I just wanted to show everything fresh, how we are going to configure our Anypoint platform detail. So that is why I just did a backup, and we are doing everything as a fresh, and my M folder is empty. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk to my Anypoint platform account, where I'm going to deploy this JSON logger which you have downloaded. Okay, so whatever JSON logger we downloaded, this is the JSON logger, right? I just extracted it and I changed the group name in the POM file. If you see the POM file, I just changed the group ID with my organization ID. Okay, so that's ID I gave. Now I wanted to give my organization detail, the server detail, the username and password. So in order to do that, what we need to do is that M2 folder, right? Just go to M2 folder, it will be there in your users, M2, and then here I am going to create some settings file. Okay, so you have to create some settings file, and you can take the settings samples from Maven. You can search Maven settings example, and you just go to Maven settings reference and copy some Maven settings tag, or you can copy the server related thing. Yeah, so you just copy this one and put it into your notepad, and then this dot you remove, because that's a sample only. And this server detail, right, so we have to give our Anypoint platform the reference ID and our username, the password, and then you just remove whatever is not required. So this is the server detail where we are going to specify our Anypoint platform credential. Okay, I'll save this with setting.xml. I'm going to store it in the same .m2 folder. I'll just go to my user profile .m2. I'll just save this as a settings.xml, and then this one I'll select all files, all types. This is the settings.xml. So if you see here, now we have created in this folder the settings.xml. Still I have not configured my ID, username and password, which I am going to configure it now. So this ID you have to give same as this ID, this exchange 2. I'll just copy this one and I'll put it here, and then username, the ID which I have signed up in my Anypoint platform, right? So that's a Anypoint platform login. So that's nothing but this ID, Arul 25 Jan 2029. Okay, Arul 25 Jan 2021. So this is my user ID, and this is my password for my training account. Okay, so now I have configured the server detail. Now what will happen is this POM file has this exchange2 as a reference. So this exchange2 we gave what is the Anypoint platform detail I need to connect it, and also I gave this POM file is nothing but the JSON logger project POM file, that's a source code, and that source code now we are linking with this group ID. Okay, so now everything is done. Now I'll go to this particular project which you have downloaded it, right? So I'll download folder, extracted path, and I'll just go to the project. So the project only have the POM file, right? And inside source you'll have the source code for your JSON logger, right? So all things are there. Now I'll go to the JSON logger folder where your POM file is there. I'll just do a command prompt and I'm just going to type command mvn just to see the mvn is installed, right? So once you give, or you just cancel it and you just give mvn and you say version. If it is coming properly, then which means the version maven is installed, right? Now I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deploy mvn. I'll just give deploy. So what it's going to deploy this particular one into our Anypoint platform. So we are going to deploy the JSON logger into our Anypoint platform. So earlier, right, you go here Anypoint platform and you just go to exchange, so exchange is nothing, it's empty, right? Now I'm going to deploy the JSON logger to exchange, so that whenever I'm going to create any project in Studio, I'll just search it from my exchange, it will come, then I'll use it. Okay, so that's the idea. So now I'm going to deploy it, so I'll just click deploy. So mvn space deploy, I just entered. So now what will happen is it's going to deploy, because we have downloaded all the source code from the GitHub already to our local, where we have changed our group ID, which is our organization ID, and also we have configured we have created a new settings.xml, and where we have configured my username and password for my Anypoint platform. Now what is happening is it's downloading all the required dependency to our repository, and finally it will deploy from our repository to the target Anypoint platform. So that is what you are going to do today. And for here, right, this process, whatever it's going to deploy, right, it's going to take 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll wait for it. So if we see now, so we got build success now for our mvn deploy command. So the maven deploy which we have done for the JSON logger package, which we wanted to deploy to our Anypoint platform, right? So it almost took for me, it almost took 10 minutes. So again, it's based on your network bandwidth and then the speed, right, of your laptop. Why it took a lot of time? Because this is the first time I've created the maven and configured the maven, and I have specified my credentials. So, and also first time I'm deploying, so it will download a lot of information from your repository, the maven repository, to your local, then it will build your project, and finally it's package it and deploy it, right? So that's why it took a lot of time. And now the build is success. Now I'm going to see from my Anypoint platform, just to see earlier, right? So this page is empty, right? I'll just search it again just to see here the JSON logger mule4 with my name, the connector as a connector asset, it's coming. So what we have done now is we have downloaded this from this GitHub URL. We downloaded the zip file and we downloaded to our local, and once I download to local, the group ID, which is nothing but the organization ID, I have given from my Anypoint platform organization ID, and once I have given that, I need to deploy from my local to my Anypoint platform. So what I have done, I have configured my settings.xml. I have created a new settings.xml where I have specified my Anypoint platform credential, the username and password, and after that, from the command prompt, I ran a command called deploy, right? The maven deploy, mvn space deploy from under my project where my POM file is there, right? The same level I went and then I deployed, and as part of the deploy process, it created and it's compiled and it created a package, and it's finally deployed the connector to our Anypoint platform organization, right? So now it's my organization. So now I have a connector. I can use it from my studio. So earlier when I was checking from my studio, it was not coming here, right? So now if I search it in exchange, I have already configured my profile. So if I search now, earlier I was typing JSON logger, it was not coming. So now if I type JSON-logger, now I'll be able to see that connector here. See here, the connector is coming, and publisher it's coming as TechLightning 1, because my Anypoint platform company name is TechLightning 1. So that's the ID, it's coming here. Now I can use it. So why we are not able to initially find it? Because it's not the asset, or it's not the connector from MuleSoft. It's not supported by MuleSoft, and this particular connector is built by MuleSoft services team, MuleSoft professional services team, and they have uploaded this connector in GitHub, and which we have downloaded it and which we have put it into our Anypoint platform now, and we are going to use it. So I have installed it already as a connector in my Anypoint platform under my organization. Now I'm just downloading it from my exchange to my local studio. So once this is the one-time setup, right? So once it's done in your organization, any developer can connect from that exchange and then download it, and then they can use it. So now I have added the JSON logger, and the JSON logger has a dependency with the MQP. So that's why it's coming, and now I'm going to use only JSON logger. So how to use JSON logger, I'll just quickly show it. I'll just add a HTTP listener, and this listener I'm just going to get some request from the source, just to show how this logger is different from JSON logger, right? So how JSON logger is different from our normal logger. I'll just configure our connector configuration now. I'll just leave it with default port HTTP and 8081, and I'll just configure my endpoint as this is a logger demo, right? I'll just give demo only, okay? And then this is my demo project, and where I'm going to add a JSON logger. So this JSON logger, which will help to standardize our logging, okay? So if you use logger, right, and you have to specify what you wanted to log, all the stuff. Here you can log the entire payload by having some configuration. You can log entire attributes by doing some configuration or setup. So I'm going to add this logger. So this logger, right, now we have to configure it, and and then you have to give this model configuration for JSON logger, where you need to specify the application name, application version. So here we can take it from configuration file. So but again, for this demo I'll just take it directly. I'll just configure directly. So I'll just say this is my JSON logger demo project, okay? This is my application name, and application version also I'll just take it from directly instead of configuration, and this environment also, instead of taking from configuration, I'll just configure it directly, okay? So this is just a demo purpose I'm doing it. Otherwise, if you are doing it for your actual project, you have to take it from the properties. I'll just give okay, and then now this message you have to give, I'll just give this is the JSON logger step 1, okay? And this is the step, and here if you see, by default this is having a payload is logged, okay? So I'll just save it and I'll show you how that works, and I'll run this project. So once I see deployed message, I'm going to run this one from my Postman. So I'll just prepare this one, localhost 8081 and demo, and then I'll just give post only because I just wanted to post some data. I'll say raw, and I'll configure some test JSON. This is test message, and I'll just even say content type also, content type application JSON. So I'm just giving that application JSON as a content type from my headers, and actual body I'm just giving some JSON data, and I'm going to see my actual application which I started, it's deployed or not. So it's getting deployed now. So once it's deployed, I'm going to run it from my Postman, just to see how JSON logger is different from our actual logger. So actual logger just display the message here, right, deployed. So I'm just going to run it from here. So we are using a JSON logger to display our logging message as a standardized way, okay? So now if you see this one, so we use just logger only, and it logged these many information, okay? So it logged your content, and it's logged your the project name, okay, and then what component, and everything it logged. So it has all the details, okay? And also it's having whatever the message which we logged it, right? So that message, and it doesn't have any attributes, right? So if you wanted to capture the attributes, because we send the attributes, the content type and all we send, right? And if you wanted to capture the attribute, then you can just give comma and just store the attributes as well, or add the attributes as well. So now I added the attributes, I'll save it. So once you save it, it will the changed artifact will get deployed. So once we see the deployed, or the once it's initialized, then I'll just run it again. And also if we see here, it's a standardized message, and also whatever the environment we have printed, application name, application version, everything is coming. So by looking at the log, you know it's from the dev environment or site environment or prod environment. So now it's deployed, so I'll just run it again. So now we have added attributes also, right? So if you see here, now you will be able to see the content, and other than the content we added attributes, so that's why attributes it's coming. So if we see here, we have added a content type, right? So that content type is coming, and not only that, it's displaying all the things, okay? And for example, here if the query parameter is empty, right? And if I, for example, if it's a get and all, we will pass some query parameter, right? For example, I just wanted to pass some query parameter. I'll just say number 1 equal to 25. This is the query parameter value I'm sending. If I send that one, that is also will get logged. See here the request URI and the query parameter value, right? So those and all it's getting logged. So this way you can standardize your logging. So once you use this logging, right, for any flow or any project or any mule application, if you started using this one, so every developer will use the standardized JSON logger, which will have a standardized structure, right? So by looking at this one, we know where the content will come, where the attribute section will come. So then it is easy to follow for your support team or your operation team. So this is how you have to use the JSON logger. So JSON logger is not supported by MuleSoft. That's why we just downloaded from the GitHub, which is provided by MuleSoft services team, and we have imported into our Anypoint platform. So once it's imported, then that's a first time activity, and afterwards any project we can start using this JSON logger, so that we will get a standardized format of message logging. And so this one we just saw the logger, which is a JSON logger, and if you wanted to use the normal logger also you can use it, but only thing is you will not have these many information. So today what we have seen, so mainly we have seen few things. We also saw how to configure, how to run the deploy, how to create the settings XML in Maven. I'll just increase the font here. I just put it in Notepad. So what we have seen today, we saw mvn deploy command, and we have seen how to configure the mvn settings file newly and how to add our server detail, and also we saw how to download that file from GitHub, the project, the actual source code for the JSON logger. And once we download it, we need to change the group ID to point to our Anypoint platform. So once that is done, after that only we did a mvn deploy, which helped to deploy to our Anypoint platform. Then after that we did a project, and then we used JSON logger in our project. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hi, thank you for watching this video so far. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and also subscribe to this Tech Lightning channel. Thank you. Bye bye.